Yo, 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 yo. What up, America? It's your boy Shane, also known as Enos, and I am back again with another reaction video. This video is going to be a little different. I'm reacting to Fantastic Hip Hop's video. They're, I guess, explaining why Drake's new song is already doing bad compared to his older songs. And to me, I seen that it was number one on Apple Music. I seen it was number one on Spotify. So I guess a lot of other people have their ways on what doing bad is. I guess regarding streaming numbers and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that, this video is gonna get into all of that, all of the stuff that I don't know about regarding streaming numbers, regarding stats, all that. So I do want to check it out. And I want to give a big shout out to, I guess, the people who watched my last reaction. Because I did react to What Did I Miss? I did react to that. They copyrighted it. So I didn't know it was uploaded until today. I had went to go check my channel and seen that the video was actually there. So shout out to YouTube. But of course, they won't let me monetize it because it's Drake's money. It's his team's money, UMG or whoever he signed to. But that's besides the point. I am here again with another reaction video, and let's get into it. Alright, here we go.
Now, before we get into looking at how What Did I Miss already missed and things are starting to get bad as the rap world is reacting to Drake's latest musical crash out, well, I need you to do a favor for me and leave a like before we go any further into this. People are very mad at me because...
Listen, he called it a Drake musical crash out. Do y'all see it as a crash out? I guess I wouldn't say it's a crash out. He was just addressing shit. But, yeah. And I'm also here to give my unbiased opinion. I know a lot of people, when it comes to these YouTube reaction videos, they already have in their head or in their mind who or what they're going to say because they like Kendrick or Drake better than the other. Me, I do have my personal opinion on who I think is better, but when it comes to this reaction, when it comes to these reaction videos, I'm always trying to be unbiased. So let's get it.
I am calling out Drake's biggest swing at a piece of garbage yet, and now with that out of the way, well, now that you have left your like and I can call out this piece of garbage for what it really is. Well, now with Drake kicking off the Iceman era with a song that is showing that the only thing that Drake has missed is the reality that the rest of us have seen way too much of. Well, currently now with all the subliminals that Drake put out through the hour-long temper tantrum with the stream he just had and the single he has released, of course, which all together have tried to make such a big deal that Drake is finally making a comeback, although of course he's made like 6 other comebacks before this and they...
Jesus Christ. Video just started and he's already trying to tear this man to shreds. What?
All failed. And speaking of failing, this does not seem like something Drake is going to ever escape, because with this new record, despite all the annoyance and hype his fans are trying to act like it has, well, in terms of it...
Wait, what? I think, like I said, being number one on Spotify and Apple Music is a great achievement. But that's expected, I guess. Especially coming from Drake and somebody like Kendrick,
Streaming debut and performance, the song has flopped relatively compared to what Kendrick Lamar is doing in this era, because even if we look at Kendrick's featured songs in 2025, well, now as What Did I Miss debuted with 2.81 million streams on the first day. With that, we are seeing that Drake and Kendrick are in 2 completely different leagues, and as long as Drake keeps trying to compete with Dot, he is gonna get humiliated, because for Kendrick Lamar's Playboi Carti features from I Am Music and Mojo Jojo Backdoor,
which I really fucked with,
and Good Credit, well, they all pulled in between 5.4
Jesus Christ. Really? Damn.
6.6 million streams, and with us just seeing this, well, you can just clearly see in the numbers that the featured Kendrick songs have more motion than a Drake track with the most dramatic rollout of all time, which no matter how you want to put it, is just not a good look, and make sure that all of hip-hop can...
So, I'm sure y'all just heard what he said, right? So in y'all honest opinion, why do y'all think that Kendrick is now I guess, what's the word? Outstreaming Drake. Would y'all say it was because of the beef? Or do you think Drake has oversaturated himself and he has to give people the chance to miss him? Or do you think it's just how it's supposed to go? Let me know.
See this and leave a...
Because, I mean, I do enjoy Drake. But I know a lot of people feel like he just drops. Never give people a chance to ask, where Drake at? Where has he been? You get what I'm saying? And he's not the only one that I feel like does that. I think Future does it. A lot of different artists do it. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know.
Like, if you have not already, so Drake fans can't stop everyone from seeing how this track is really good and see how Kendrick is still on top with ease. And now when it comes to the reaction this song is getting in addition to the poor numbers, well, now with this latest attempt at Drake trying to trick us into thinking he is back, as he has now sent out the most direct disses he has in this pathetic run towards people he feels betrayed by, like LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, and Future. Well,
okay, if you go and watch my last reaction video where I reacted to What Did I Miss, I did have the question on who was Drake talking about when he said something like they used to dick ride the game, headlines. What else he say? He seen them at the pop out. Something, I can't remember the exact line it was, but the people in the comments, they were letting me know that Drake was talking about LeBron James.
With all these names and others, we are starting to see reactions to these Drake disses, and now when it comes to how LeBron has seemingly reacted to another 40-year-old man who has a tattoo of him dissing him on his comeback single
now, that is crazy.
Over again.
I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy. I would never tattoo anybody's face on me though. But you know, their friendship was, you know, I guess, personal. They knew each other, so.
Just for liking and supporting another artist who he has also been friends with, because let's remember real quick, while Drake has been a stan of LeBron and he has looked up to him so much in really a way that is just very weird for a man of his age to be friends with another man of his age on, LeBron has also been very good friends with Kendrick Lamar, all the way to the point that LeBron has been name dropped on Kendrick Lamar albums, and LeBron is literally the reason why Kendrick Lamar put out an entire record like Untitled Unmastered in the first place, so just remember that. And so now with all of this and Drake dissing LeBron once again, LeBron has finally reacted, and with what he just did, LeBron's response can pretty much be summed up by this now iconic meme that you can see right here. And to be honest, I gotta give it to LeBron here, because it almost seems like he is trolling Drake and now saying that in the midst of a time where he is trying to figure out what he is doing in his career and if he is gonna stay with the Lakers and just handle bigger and actual important things, well, clearly he does not have time to respond to Drake's diary notes about how he went to the pop out and enjoyed somebody else's music who he's also been friends with, and well, as a result of this, LeBron has just ended this thing quick on his end by trolling Drake and playing his own game, because just by going on Drake's favorite way to be petty in none other than social media, well, LeBron has finally responded to the countless disses that Drake has sent just by liking a single post and making sure that everybody sees how he feels about another person's response to the same musical meltdown that we have just seen from the Iceman. And now with this, who LeBron interacted with and sent this message?
I don't know. I felt like the song was pretty good. And I do, like, I have Twitter. I have 0 followers on there. So if you guys want to follow me, the link would be down below. I will follow you back. But I really do have 0 followers. But I still use Twitter to find certain things. I use Twitter to let me know when new music is coming out. And there have been a lot of people not messing with the track. And I'm like, What Did I Miss was not bad to me. Maybe I have to listen to it a little more. But I messed with it.
Through what was a post which was showing off what Future said right after this song dropped in the first place from Drake, which read, "I'm always choose being real over anything." And now with Future saying this also, well, first off, based on the timing of Future putting this out and what Drake was saying about how people were fake with him and stayed in the middle of all of these issues and didn't take his side. Well, now on Future's end, one of the guys who Drake seemed to be the most upset about losing on his side in the rap game, that no matter what Drake is saying and what narratives he wants.
What did he say about Future? Future, the beef with Future messed him up the most? I can't remember the exact lyrics. What did he say? He didn't want that serious or something. I can't remember.
wants to twist. Well, after all that has went down and Drake almost making this song a cry to Future just as much as it's a cry to LeBron, well, really now Future is standing within his choices that he has made and is letting everybody know that Drake is not real and not a good friend after all. And that is why he is still standing within this ground that he put himself in with Metro Boomin when they dropped We Don't Trust You all of this time later. Now, really,
what is going on?
Future, but also more LeBron.
I really do want to know why, or what did Drake do to these people for them to, like, all of them dislike him now? What was going on behind the scenes?
Here who Drake seems to be the most offended and upset by than anybody else. Well, really, with what LeBron has done is somehow for a seasoned NBA player who, again, in terms of rap and all this beef, should really not even be held accountable for enjoying artists and going to...
I just hope my boy Drizzy was not trying to get with Savannah. Not with Savannah James. I hope and pray that's not what happened.
Shows because he is not a player within this, but instead is just a spectator and a fan. Well, now for this spectator who is busy probably with his family and focusing on getting ready for a record-setting 23rd season within the NBA, well, I think the last thing LeBron cares about is Drake's embarrassing meltdown, and at this point, he is probably so tired of it. But of course, as Drake is the most immature person you really could have ever met, and he is not stopping talking about LeBron even after over a year.
What if you can create your own website by...
Has really cracked the code and ended up cracking Drake, as against this cloud-chasing loser who is melting more and more as we speak. Well, LeBron has really figured out how to annoy Drake and make him go mad.
I feel like this guy is a little biased, I'm not gonna lie. He's made it known, like, who he fucks with and don't fuck with. Like, damn.
And like only few other people can do better than. Because really what LeBron ended up doing here was matching Drake's own antics and getting petty just like the way he is, and not actually using words to respond, but just make these cryptic moves and then go on with your day and go back to hanging out with your family or asking Rob Pelinka to actually make moves for the Lakers. And now, of course, as LeBron is just responding to this ridiculous and over-the-top moment that Drake made by double-tapping a screen on social media. Well, you tell me about the 40-year-old who is having a temper tantrum on live stream. This is gonna make him more upset than anything else, because it really does make this immature loser in Drake, who is more concerned about getting attention and reactions from people over literally every other thing else, just look like a literal afterthought, which he is. And now for LeBron icing out the Iceman, I do think it's a very telling moment of a lot of things, because even with this entire moment that we are seeing in general, not just with LeBron and Drake, but with Drake and the entirety of the music world and just everybody, well, just like a lot of other people, LeBron is probably not shocked by any of this now, or even cares in any...
You know what? I want to understand. Like, I still don't understand how Drake hair grows so fast, bro. This nigga done cut his shit twice. Maybe once. How the hell did his shit grow so fast? Because I remember just last year, or the beginning of this year, he was on somebody's stream. Was it Kai's? Or was it Aiden Ross's stream? He had a haircut. And just a couple of months later, this man got fucking braids again. What is it? The braids? Stop that.
Meaningful way at this point, because through song after song and moment after moment that Drake has already dropped, like the literal freestyle that is named after LeBron's high school team. Again, when Drake talks about what did I miss, he must have missed his own song, because we all already heard a LeBron diss. Again, when you actually just look at Drake's resume and recent record, LeBron has been getting dissed by him for quite a while now, and literally almost an entire year. And Drake has honestly been more angry at him than anybody else on Wax following the Kendrick beef. And now with Drake putting out this song for everybody to hear... And
honestly, who do y'all think Drake should be the most mad at? Of course, besides Kendrick. I feel like if it was me, I would be more mad at Future. But then I don't know these people. I don't know, you know, anything about them, any type of friendship that they had, just from, you know, the outside. I can only guess why these men, these grown men, are, you know, going back and forth and beefing with each other. But like I said, I would be more mad at Future, because Future put Kendrick on Like That, or he allowed Kendrick to be on Like That. And that's what caused all of this shit. You get what I'm saying? Metro Boomin, Future, them the two dudes that caused all of this shit. If it wasn't for them asking Kendrick to get on Like That, none of this would be here. We would be in a different timeline today. I'm telling you, this is crazy.
And seeing its early numbers compared to what he has done in the past and what Kendrick Lamar has set in terms of what the bar is now within the dot era, what we are seeing is clear and indicative proof of the fact that now, while for the fans and the rivals, if Drake would have taken a break and a hiatus after the beef and did not drop weird Camila Cabello songs, drop a Bad Party Next Door collab album, drop almost 50 other songs.
Hey, was that album that bad? I'm gonna have to go take a re-listen. I messed with it a little bit, but look, I did just say Drake should have given people a chance to miss him. It's like after that beef, I would have disappeared. You get what I'm saying? And that, okay, he probably thought that would have made him look like a loser, but it wouldn't. It wouldn't. Like, people would probably have, like, you know, I guess, like I said, he should have just given people a chance to miss him. That's probably why, you know, I mean, I don't really know the streaming numbers he used to get, but that's probably why, if this man is correct at speaking, that's probably why Drake's streaming numbers are a little low and people are less likely to check for him as of right now. It's because you just got out of that crazy beef. I think he went on tour. He was doing so much. He dropped that album with Party Next Door. Then he's back to about to drop another album. I mean, like I said, I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
That failed, go on a failed tour that he had to cancel, 2 over rap beefs.
See, I didn't know he had to cancel the tour. Jesus Christ. This is a lot that I'm learning. Wow.
Sub literally everybody on social media in the weirdest ways and do the most pathetic things on a daily basis, all the way to the point where we have had to cover it all the time. Maybe he would have actually been missed? Well, of course, as the reality that we have seen has shown us that time after time after time, Drake has continued to just humiliate himself more than I have ever seen another artist really even try to.
Jesus Christ.
Well, with this song, I think Drake missed the entire point of the phrase, "What did I miss?" Because for literally everything that he is doing here, I mean, I'm not the crazy one, right? He has missed nothing. He has been here for every single second of the worst downfall we have ever seen.
This guy's hilarious.
And the ability to never miss a single moment is literally why we are even here in the first place. And so now with all of this, when we look at LeBron, who sees a track like this, and so many other fans just witness Drake still grifting over the beef like it just happened and went down, and like he has not been ranting about this thing for over a year already. Well, just the logic even going into this Iceman era, it's actually baffling, because it's like the old man yelling at a cloud meme again, because for every single person who has heard this song, aside from academics, Maul, and the weird stans who wish they were as immature and in denial as Drake, I mean, nobody is surprised by this and thinks it's even good or respectable, and if anything,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of academics at all.
Of the music world is collectively baffled by the fact that Drake is making and releasing music like he has not released 50 plus songs since the beef in the first place, and like he has not been standing around and crashing out for literally every single day that Kendrick Lamar released Not Like Us and just continued to take over rap like we have never seen. And really, with Drake in this entire song, despite how he has tried to make this record a big thing and try to have it really be his first major hit, I guess, well, again, and what the problem is going to be for Drake going forward and what will be the ultimate failure and downfall of the Iceman record. It's just the simple lesson that if Drake maybe went into hiding, this would have worked and made for a refreshing comeback anthem. Well, now again, when you release almost 3 albums worth of songs, with the reality we are seeing, this is like the 50th attempt at a comeback anthem.
I feel like he's over-exaggerating. Not 3 albums worth of songs. See, I don't believe that.
Anthem, and we get it. We all see the grift, and it's the same old subject matter.
When you don't like somebody, you're gonna go to the extreme. You're gonna over-exaggerate shit.
And nobody is surprised, again, aside from those weird Drake fans. Because again, when we track moment after moment, from the Sexy Red track to the Camila Cabello tracks to 100 Gigs to the freestyle about LeBron to SSS for You to the Nokia video to now, Drake has actually lost his mind, because he does the same thing on every song, which is act like he is unfazed, but then of course he is fazed by the beef, and then he sends subliminals out to everybody who wronged him, and then alludes to Kendrick ending his career. But of course, as all of this is performative, and this loser does not actually want to get in the booth and rap well because he can't, and that's why he's going after Future and NBA players and not real lyricists who have went against him like Kendrick Lamar and A$AP Rocky. Well, again,
A$AP Rocky. Now, I like A$AP. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think ASAP is enough to compete with Drake lyrically. I don't know.
We get to this cycle of insanity where Drake never actually addresses the problems he has, which are all because of Kendrick Lamar. And so as a result of being scared of this guy, he just continues to tiptoe around the issues and then grift all of this anger he has, which is all just so performative and lame. And I can't even believe that this is something that is even allowed in the genre and space we all know as hip-hop.
This is Podify.
Jesus Christ.
Again, to put all of this into perspective, as LeBron, Future, and everybody else is seeing Drake in this chaotic cycle, and he is just making the same song and moment over and over again, and with what we are seeing here. With this track specifically, it's the biggest attempt to try and make a chaotic crash out into an actual hit song. Well, really, no matter what, when you realize what Drake is doing and see why the reaction has been so lukewarm, and even why the people being dissed are unfazed, really, this entire moment is just useless and unessential. And now, while everybody from fans and rappers are all just seeing this, and honestly, they are just shocked by the simple fact that Drake is trying to find yet another way to say that the beef wronged him and that people switched him up. I mean, again, once we process that this is just the cycle of Drake, nobody is going to remember this thing for anything else. So once again, and to quote the king of rap, Kendrick Lamar, to put this thing into its proper context, well, no matter what Drake
First Person Shooter was a great video. I love the song too, ain't gonna lie.
is doing now and how weird and loud his crash outs get, well, it's just not enough. And so now with all of this said, let me know. I am absolutely livid about what's going on with this Drake song and how he is even trying to push this on us. So please comment your thoughts and let me know what you think about the reactions we have seen from LeBron and Future and what you think of the record's early performance. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say about all of this. And now if you made it to this point in the video, you know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And once again, thank you for helping me reach 100,000 subscribers. It means so much. And now if you want to see how in this time, well, of course, beyond just the reaction to this Drake record with the actual song itself and what it's standing for, it really is going to go down as one of the most off-putting songs we have heard in this entire moment and time in hip-hop. Check out the suggested video.
Okay. So honestly, wow. I can say I do agree with some parts of this video when he said, you know, Drake should be going at more lyricists, but he'd rather go at LeBron. And like I said before, if it was me, I would be going at, you know, Future. Like, I wouldn't say Future is like the greatest lyricist, but I would be more mad at Future than I would be at anybody besides Kendrick. You get what I'm saying? So that's something I can agree with. Also the oversaturation part. But like, give people a chance to miss you, my brother. Give people a chance to miss you, because putting out and not taking a break, that's what people wanted before, I guess. And with me, I would rather you take just a small break. Let me ask, like, what the hell Drake been on? What Drake been up to, you know? That's what I like to feel when it comes to wanting more music from an artist. You get it? But, you know, overall, I don't think, you know, Drake is, like, this is the end of Drake. It's just, like I said, he never gave people a chance to miss him, and I guess we're seeing the effects of that. But I do believe the album is still gonna sell. He's Drake, come on. You get what I'm saying? But damn. What are y'all thoughts? Do y'all feel like, and I know this video is very fucking long, but do y'all feel like this is the end, like he said? He said this is the end of Drake. The end of the streaming monster or whatever. Do y'all feel like that? Comment down below. I don't know if I'm gonna break this video apart into like different pieces or just shorten it overall. But peace out. It's your boy Enos leaving. Peace.